Jarek here, and this is the Worker Phoenix 2.0. I love this thing. This thing is incredibly cool. Now, I know it doesn't look like a real gun entirely, partially because it's orange and really thick and big shaped because of its internals, but this thing performs incredibly well. It looks real enough. It kind of has the silhouette of an MP7. Not really, but, you know, kind of. I'll be honest, the color I actually wanted was this sort of silver grayish color, but the website I ordered this from did not have that color. It was just orange or blue, so I went with the orange. And I really don't regret it. I have had a lot of fun with this thing. It is just so neat. So obviously this is not a Nerf brand or big company brand thing. Worker is a company that makes Nerf blasters and Nerf darts and a bunch of other sort of aftermarket stuff, but generally is regarded as one of the best companies when it comes to Nerf blasters. In fact, I pretty much exclusively use their darts. That's what's in here, like 200 of their half-length darts, which is what this thing shoots. Now, this is not a 3D printed blaster. This is entirely plastic, and very solid plastic with rubber for the grips, which is very comfortable. Like, the quality of this is so much higher than what I expected when I bought it, but I mean, it damn well should have been. I paid like $200 for it. Okay, I looked it up. I paid $185 for this. Do note, it doesn't come with a battery, and you do need to get extra darts. It also obviously doesn't come with extra magazines, so you will have to buy extra mags. I guess we'll start there. These look like Talon mags, and they kind of are, however, they are angled. Regular Talon mags won't work in this gun. They need to be the angled Talon mag. When you put this into the mag well, the grip, whatever, it is at an angle. So regular Talon mags just simply don't work in this. You need the angled ones. Worker makes those though, conveniently enough. So I did buy two extras that are see-through black that I actually think kind of actually look better in this thing. Either way, quick reloads aplenty. They hold 18 rounds. Yeah, it says 18 rounds on the magazine itself. So you're gonna have to reload a decent amount. I would highly recommend you buy extra magazines. I'll put a link to all this stuff in the video information if you are wanting to drop money on this. It is somewhat modular. This front foregrip can be taken off through a button on the back, and if you really want to, you could take the stock off as well and kind of turn it into a big pseudo machine pistol. It's kind of a little too big to properly be one. If you're crazy and you want to put it on a 1-point sling and just run with it like that as a secondary, you could, but honestly, I would recommend just doing this, pulling out the stock. I kind of need another hand for that. The stock has numerous different, like 4 or 5 different lengths, and then there you go. This is basically an SMG, and it shoots really well too. The website said it shoots around 140 FPS. The performance is great. I was actually concerned that I was going to ruin this target. That's why I kind of put a box behind it, because it's shooting at such a velocity that I feel it would rip the mesh in the back. This is only a Nerf brand target that, you know, to catch all the darts. It definitely isn't rated to put that many rounds on target out of something like this. Something else that is super neat about this is that there's a knob in the front that you can change its rate of fire with. All the way to the right is its fastest rate of fire. All the way to the left is its slowest. It's kind of ridiculous if you turn it all the way to the left. There's no reason why you'd ever want it to shoot that slow. So I just kept it at the highest rate of fire for all of these demonstrations. The battery I have in this one is an 11.1 volt 2200 milliamp battery. It's 3S. That barely fits in this. The website said that the leads would have to stick out of the slot. That's not true. I was able to make this fit without really cramming wires or doing anything that could harm the battery. Speaking of battery, the one real complaint I have about this gun is that in order to access this battery, you need to unscrew 2 Allen wrench keys. I don't know why companies keep doing this. I would prefer my battery compartment to be a sort of plastic click-on place, so I don't need to use tools, but you need to use tools to get the battery in and out of this. This is a LiPo though, so once you put the battery in there, it's going to last you a long time. There is only one rail on this. It's on the front side of the top because the battery compartment is on the back side. It'd still work if you want to put a sort of red dot or whatever you wanted on this. However, I find the irons are actually pretty good. They even glow. The mag release is a little odd at first. It's this button up here, up on the top of your thumb, but it doesn't really feel weird to hit, and it sort of makes sense with how wide this grip is. It doesn't feel uncomfortable, but it is very wide because it has to fit this magazine into it. If it was up here, you'd have to sort of shift your grip to hit it, and it's much more natural to reach up and let go of the mag that way. Another small thing is that this big muzzle brake thing can be taken off if you don't want that, and while I was putting this on, I noticed that the barrel is actually rifled. I didn't expect that. That's really cool. That would explain some of the performance. Or maybe it's just a coincidence. I don't know, but they did it. I should probably mention that this is a flywheeler. You've probably figured that out before, but it's a flywheeler without a rev trigger. It just sort of revs up the moment you start pulling the trigger. And it revs up quick with an 11.1 volt. So I would recommend going that way. It will fit in here, and this battery will last you quite a while. The links below, again, you can see all that on the page in the links below. So yeah, that's it. It's pretty simple. Once you put the battery in there and you have extra magazines, you just shove them in, start shooting. There's not really a whole lot more to explain about this, but I am blown away at the quality of it. I didn't expect it to be this good, despite how much I paid for it. I'm going to stop rambling. Let's just shoot it.